Columbus didn't discover America. There were blacks here before Columbus got here.
Now this is where abos, who are morons, and pretendians, who are disingenuous, close the book.
There's no evidence of anyone arriving in the Americas and noting the existence of black people.
Only rapper to rewrite history without a pen, no ID on the track, let the story begin.
We celebrate Columbus Day as if that really happened. It didn't really happen. You can't discover a place where people are already living.
Taken out of context, this can be misleading. But if you know the work of Jane Elliott, you understand what point she is trying to make when she says,
Columbus didn't discover America. There were blacks here before Columbus got here.
Now, to the confused mind of an abo or the disingenuous agenda of pretendians, this might sound like Jane Elliott is agreeing with them. But those of you who know what her work is about understand the point she's making, and we'll let her expound on it.
There's only one race on the face of the earth. We are all descendants of black women who evolved in sub-Saharan Africa to about 280,000 years ago. We are all descendants of black women who evolved in sub-Saharan Africa to about 280,000 years ago. We are all, and you can call it colonial, I don't care what you call it. Those black people were adventuresome, they were intelligent, they managed to cross the ocean to this continent and every other continent over the 280,000 years, over the 280,000 years, over the 280,000 years. Every person on the face of the earth is a cousin to every other person on the face of the earth. The Bible talks about the family of man. It doesn't talk about the family of white men. It talks about the family of man because we're all members of the same human family. What we're dealing with is ignorance. Ignorance perpetuated by an educational system, which is not an educational system. It is a system for indoctrinating children to be good Americans. We're all members of the same human family. What we're dealing with is ignorance. Ignorance perpetuated by an educational system, which is not an educational system. It is a system for indoctrinating children to be good Americans. And to be good Americans, you have to believe in the myth of race. Anybody who's over the age of 18 and hasn't read the book, The Myth of Race, by Robert Wald Sussman, has done themselves a very big disfavor. Because if you read that book, you can no longer support the idea that there are 4 or 5 different races. There's only one. You and I, whatever your color, are from 30th to 50th cousins. That's the way it is. And I get really angry about people who abuse my cousins because of the abuser's ignorance about skin color. There are people, many people in this country, who really believe that skin color is a determinant, an indicator of your intelligence or your worth as a human being. They're absolutely flat out wrong. They've been miseducated.
Now, is Jane Elliott boldly stating there were black people in America before Columbus? Or is she being consistent with her narrative that we all come from the same place?
Black women, black women, black women. We are all descendants of black women who evolved in sub-Saharan Africa to about 280,000 years ago.
La da da da, hey, goodbye. Good riddance. Hold up.